back to my channel. Welcome to Wake Up America. I thought it would be another fun rendition of what the hell is going on and what has been happening. I will wait for you all to join me. I'm going to have my sip of sunshine right here, my polka dot mug. Okay, so I hope you guys are doing super fabulous today. Oh, I can do that. Okay, cool. I just wanted to hop on and say hello. I wanted to see if, I don't know, if there was like anything topic-wise that we should be connecting on right now, okay? And see if there is anything going on that's important. So let me just do some, let me check in and see if there's any messages from this deck right now. I hope you guys are doing wonderful right now. Let's see here. All right, messages right now for the collective. Messages right now. So yeah, a big topic that keeps coming up is my dear friend Jenny. She's on the angel tier. She's been on my channel quite a bit. Said that she had watched a video on somebody months ago saying that the false matrix was going to be collapsing around November 21st, okay? So I have been feeling that energy. Me and my other friend JC, and we were like, only 2 more weeks, 2 more weeks. Because it has been really rough, okay? In the back end, okay, in the astral land, dealing with this group. So I feel like perhaps this is actually happening, because I did feel a shift in the energies over the last couple of days, and it felt like I was being pushed or catapulted more into new earth type vibes and energy, especially with money, finances, and career. So I definitely was feeling this shift coming in, and I was like, I don't understand. It feels like all this other stuff is kind of like not going to matter anymore. You know, that was the energy I was feeling. And then we kind of put it together that perhaps the false light matrix is ending in a couple of weeks. So I am getting validation on that. So hooray for that. So right now, my weekly energy reading this week that I did over on Patreon, which is a more like in-depth, detailed reading, it talked about collapsing a timeline, okay? Collapsing a false light timeline. And this is the timeline that we were like programmed to be on, okay? This is what we thought would be the best job, the best career, what we thought would bring us in the best income. You know, this was what we thought would give us happiness. That's the timeline that is collapsing right now, is everything false light. So we are in that shift right now of moving into more of our authentic selves. And it's a big shift for the collective. You know, in my conversation with her, I was also talking a little bit about, it feels like all of the people have done like a lot of their work. Like it feels like a lot of people have done their work already on Earth. I don't know why, but I like felt this energy of like, it feels like a lot of people have done their work, and it's like that group who has like come through and shifted has like completed a cycle. And then I was like, I don't know what happens to that other group, the group that doesn't, you know, wake up. You know, I don't really know what happens to them. And my friend said, well, maybe that's all who awakens in this lifetime. Okay. So I was like, oh, maybe that's it. Maybe this is it. Like the group that awaken, you're it. Like you're it. You're the only you're the only ones that awaken in this lifetime. And perhaps the other people are never going to wake up in this lifetime. It's not slotted for this lifetime for them, so to speak. So it could be something along those lines. As I'm saying that, I got the 5 of Wands coming through. 5 of Wands. So yeah, it could just be that that's what the shift is. It always feels like we're going into 2 different worlds. Like it always feels like that energetically. Another thing I've been noticing is that the sun feels more healing lately. It feels warmer. It feels more energizing, and it feels more complete than it was before. And the sky is even almost like bluer than like I've seen, you know what I mean? So there is some of that kind of an energy as well that is coming in. Perhaps maybe healing Mother Gaia, healing those energies. It's interesting because what we're being presented on social media and all this other stuff is just all fear, you know? What we're seeing is war. What we're seeing is, a lot of fear and threats right now. But I'm also feeling this opposite energy that is coming in as well. So it is really interesting. Yeah, I have the Fool coming in with that, with the Sun and new contracts coming through, 3 of Pentacles coming through. So I think it is going to be a very interesting time. Okay. I'm going to just see real quick what happens to the people who don't wake up. What's going on with that crew? What's going on with the people who don't wake up? It seems like they are even waking up now as well. Like it seems like they're waking up now too. We have a 3 of Wands coming in with the World next to them. So maybe they are on that brink right now of waking up, so to speak. I'm hearing like plans not working out, like not working accordingly is what I'm hearing. And the Tower. So maybe they're in the Tower right now. Maybe those people who hadn't yet woken up now are going through that right now. Look at my title, Wake Up America. So they're waking up right now, possibly. So maybe that's the energy where I was like, I think we've already, I feel like we're already kind of moving into this energy of waking up, Feels like a lot of people are. Okay, well, that's interesting. All right, so let's see here. So it feels like the sun is heating, burning me from the inside. Burning you. I hope positively. It feels really warm and loving to me, but let's see here. 2 of Pentacles reversed. So let's see if there's any other messages coming in. I do have Justice coming through. Okay, Justice. And I do have the Sun coming through. So there could be a lot of things being lit up right now in terms of anyone that's been working against justice, against sovereignty. So I have the Devil coming through. And it does feel like there is something going on with twin flames as well, because I keep seeing the 2s coming through. And I'm feeling the twin flame energy coming through with the 6 of Cups. Which also, I mean, I don't know, I was getting a lot of those kind of energies. So let me see what's going on with the twins, because I know that their portal and everything was totally infiltrated. Okay. It was infiltrated. Oh, we have Justice coming up around that. Justice. And the King of Swords coming in around that. So it just feels like wrongs are being righted right now. And I'm like, odd. like an odd turn of events. 3 of Pentacles coming through, which could be divine contracts. So we are just still in this crux energy. There is a lot of dark agendas that are still fighting. You know, they're fighting behind the scenes. They are fighting to stay alive. They're fighting, you know, to dehumanize us and program us. They're fighting hard. But when I see the energies, when I see their energies, it doesn't feel like it is rooted in anything. Like it doesn't feel like it's the energy is able to hold, okay, in some way. Because I was getting messages too that anything that is not of the light has to go now. Like there's no like if, ands, or buts. Like the divine, the light beings, light councils, they don't see things the way humans see things. It's like if you're violating sovereignty, it goes bye-bye. We don't care about your Wi-Fi or your internet. You know what I mean? We don't care about your advanced technology, you know? If you're violating human laws, earth law, it has to go. Like it has to go. There is no if, ands, or buts. That's how we are going to keep ascending and evolving. And that's how we heal the planet. And that's how we, you know, help heal the universe, the galaxy, etc. So there is an energy around that as well that I've definitely gotten messages on. Like it doesn't matter if you own one of the, you know, a Fortune 500, and you know what I mean? It's like, oh well, like your stuff's not going to work anymore. You know, like it doesn't matter. You go explain that to God and the universe and see what they say to you. They don't care. They don't care. Like you're not here to destroy humanity. So, oh well. So, those are the messages I've been getting where it's like, it doesn't matter. Like in terms of the universe, you're like a blip on the map. You know what I mean? In terms of your importance and your wealth and your stake in the universe. Like if you are violating massive laws, okay, or you are violating humanity in any way, that stuff is not going to be tolerated, okay, universally. So there is an energy around that, and that's part of that false light matrix, so to speak. So Queen of Swords coming in around that. Yeah, so it does feel like there is this level of justice coming through within the galaxy, within the universe, that's like, nope. You stay within the laws. No more tricking, no more manipulation, no more of your false light pretending you're somebody you're not in the galaxy. And meanwhile, you are, you know, hurting light beings and doing all kinds of dark stuff, because that's literally what they have been doing. Okay. They pretend they're working for the light and they're not. And then they trick light beings, and then they're deceptive, and they're doing all kinds of dark stuff that they shouldn't be doing in these other dimensions and realms, infiltrating them and fully knowing what they're doing. So a lot of that stuff's getting outed right now too, as well, how they've been operating, etc. All right, so I will leave you guys there. If you guys are interested in getting any kind of a reading or healing session, you can go to my website at soulpath.me. But it does feel like the sun is shining right now on everything, on human sovereignty, on programs, systems, AI. I feel like it's just shining bright on everything right now. And it does feel like we are in the shift of moving toward new earth energy again. It is still an ongoing battlefield behind the scenes, you know, in the astral realms, but it does feel like this false light matrix is on the verge of collapse, and it feels like it is coming in around in the next couple of weeks, which would just be like epic if that was honestly the truth. So if you guys are being guided to be doing something new in your life, if you're being guided to something that you've never explored before, new businesses, I'm even getting messages around money is going to be different, because how we receive money, there's going to be a balanced exchange of money, where it's like what you put out comes back to you. And that's not how our programs of money worked before. It was definitely more like an enslavement money program in terms of how you receive your paycheck. It's an enslavement. Like I sign up and I report here and I go here every day to get the same steady paycheck every day. Kind of, it's like that kind of an energy. Where now when we move into new earth energies, how we receive and make money is much different. It's a different exchange of energy, and it's moving us more into, I'm hearing, like God energy, like God energy, which is, that energy that is very majestic, where it's like creation. I feel like it's creation energy. And money energy is aligned to prosperity and abundance because it is prosperity and abundance energy. It's actually one of the highest forms of energy. So it's interesting that how it was working before was that all of the evil people had all the money, but it was designed that way. Okay. That's part of the programming that was designed, was to keep everyone down and then for them to take all of the wealth and resources. So that was like the entrapment forms of money. So that's shifting as well, how we make and receive money. So just another message on that is that if you are moving towards a more creative industry, or you are moving towards an industry that typically would not make a whole lot of money, we do have to shift our thinking around that as well and proclaim that we will make money. We will be abundant in that industry or in that new line of work, because that's also part of collapsing the false timeline and collapsing that program. So we as a collective have to collapse that program together in terms of what makes us money and what doesn't make us money, because that's all programming. So I was just getting messages around that, and you will get your 9 of Cups if you start to work on that. Okay, so that's what we're working on. A lot of people are working on right now. My guides will keep showing me to make these clay pots and things like that. And then my ego is like, how am I going to make money doing that? That's the ego. How am I going to make money doing that? So yeah, we have to not question what we're getting guided on, because that again is not aligned to prosperity and abundance energy. That's fear energy. So there is a shift that has to go on in terms of even how we make money as a collective. So Mesa is saying, should we be traveling? I have been getting very strongly with new earth energy. It is like a stoner energy. So it is kind of like this because we are free beings. We're souls that are free. And so how the old system in programming works is putting us into a box. Like, what are you? Oh, you're a teacher. Oh yeah, you're a lawyer. You're this. But we are infinite. Okay, so that's what we're moving into, is our infinite abilities, our God energies now. And so a lot of that the new earth energy is almost being like more free spirited. So travel is part of new earth. It is about exploring new cultures and seeing new things and tasting new foods and accepting one another. It is more unity based. It's community based. And it is about, instead of focusing on our differences, it's about uniting us globally. Okay. Because we start to see one another as a soul, almost like it feels like Hawaii, like aloha, like the light in me sees the light in you. That's the energy that we're moving into, is new earth energy. So it is travel is definitely a big part of new earth, seeing the world and not being confined to the traditional roles, okay, that we're normally boxed into. And when we leave earth, we don't have like these like boxes, because we're infinite. We're so much bigger than that. But You know, a lot of the programming is to keep us small. They don't want us to be powerful. I was thinking about even the dynamic of the old, I don't know, more of the traditional life was that the husband went to work and made the money while the mom stayed at home with the children. And you think about that, that's, you're dividing the household. Like you're already dividing, you're forcing the mother and the husband to get into arguments through that whole program because they both don't understand each other. They both take one another for granted, okay? And they don't have any time to spend together. It's like you really are intentionally dividing a household through that whole program. It's like families. It's like they don't want the family, they didn't want the family unit to get too strong energetically. So they divided them. We separate them out now. I don't know. It's like how much stronger a family is when they're together and when they're doing things together, working together and things like that. So yeah, I don't know, just an interesting thing that I was kind of getting guidance on today was that it automatically kind of sets the household up for animosity and resentment, which is very good for a marriage and a family. So yeah, anyways, so some other messages that were just coming in. So yeah, it does feel like it's a complete shift that we're going into, and it's supposed to allow us to have an easier lifestyle and more freedom. However, as we are shifting, things might not be showing up exactly how we plan them to be. Oh, here's an example of new earth energy. I'll give you an example. I can't really do that. Let me see here. Oh yeah. So I created a painting recently of a portal, and it was really powerful, the portal, and I was guided to create this portal painting. It's behind me, but you can't see because the sun is glaring. But the portal was really powerful, and it didn't look that good on camera. Like it wasn't as powerful on camera because I had designed it to be like my backdrop, but it just didn't do it justice. So it wasn't until I want to say a month or two after I painted it that my brother came in town, and then he saw the portal, and then he was like, whoa, that is so epic, you know? Like he couldn't believe how powerful this portal was. And I'm thinking, oh, this was a failed piece of art. Like the energy didn't go through the way I wanted it. And oh, well, like I really loved it. But when he saw the painting, he was like, oh my God. And then he's like, I have to sit next to this portal because it's healing me. And he like was sitting next to it. So my painting was healing him. And that was the intention of the painting. Okay. That was the intention of all my work for my new Etsy shop. It's all like spiritual healing. It's energy that I'm putting into the work to help heal. And yeah, I didn't get like, it was like all of a sudden I felt a shift in my room, and the energy of the painting, it came through, and I could feel the vibration of my room change. Okay. With him reciprocating that energy that I sent out 2 months ago. So the energy then finally came in 2 months later. I got the reciprocation of the energy, and it was beautiful. And it wasn't how I expected it to go out. The artwork came in a different way, but it still was received. And then I got the blessings I felt from the artwork 2 months later. So we are used to, we're in a culture where we're used to immediate gratification. Okay. And a great example of that is Amazon. Okay. It's like, we're used to like buying something and wanting it right away. New earth energy is a slower energy because true prosperity energy is a slow energy. Okay. So that's something to note. It is a slower energy. And if you think of anything where it's fast money, like stock, slot machines, and things like that, a lot of times you end up losing just as quickly as you gain because it's not really aligned to prosperity energy, because prosperity energy is very slow. It's slow energy. It's like stoner energy. So yeah, you'd be more aligned to prosperity relaxing, okay? Or, you know, on vacation, like in Puerto Rico, where AZ Mesa is going. That's where you would probably be reaping in more of the rewards, but it's not immediate gratification. So I didn't get immediate gratification for my art that I did 2 months ago, okay? So that is something that is a shift for us as well as we start to go into this new place, because it's going to be about building something. Because I keep seeing the 10 of Wands. It's like building something. It's a long time. It's like investing in something. For example, a farm, you know, how much effort and energy it takes to start a farm, to start your harvest, okay? You know, to grow this everything from seed and then finally waiting a season for it to finally come in, and then you reap the rewards, but it's not immediate gratification. It's not instant gratification. So that is definitely part of New Earth energy. It is a slower type of energy in terms of that. Now, in terms of manifestation, you can, it's a little bit faster to speed up your manifestations because you're at a higher vibration. So you can call things in more quickly than maybe before, but it has to be aligned to that energy. So yeah. So those are just some information that we are, you know, we're going to be learning and realizing as we are continuing on this path forward. So I hope that that resonated with you, and I wish you guys the best. Thanks so much for joining me, Swim Fast, AZ Mesa, and everybody else that joined me live. If you didn't leave a comment, no worries. Deedly dee. Again, if you guys are interested in a reading or checking out my new shop on Etsy, I'll leave those links. If you guys are looking for affordable holiday gifts that are handmade, a lot of my pieces are like 12 to 15 bucks kind of a thing, with earrings and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely be sure to check them out, and I will talk to y'all soon. Okay, bye.